Many others. So it's very exciting to have a local television guy here tonight. And just as exciting to have our own NCTV anchor to present the next award. Ladies and gentlemen, from CLTV and WGN, Naperville's own Dolly McCarthy.
Well, good evening, everybody. Everybody having a good time tonight? Honor and joy to present her contributions and dedication to the entertainment industry, the Naperville Independent Film Festival's Lifetime Achievement Award to the beloved film critic, entertainment reporter, host for WGN TV, WGN AM, and my colleague and friend, Mr. Dean Richards. Dean began his career in radio not so long ago. It was 1975. He's known all around the world, thanks to WGN America and of course his own reputation, but he will always be one of Chicago's very own. People in this town, Chicagoland, Naperville, are very proud of him and think one of the reasons because of that is because he is one of the great Chicagoans. Dean grew up in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood and West Beverly neighborhood. He attended college at Columbia College, right here in Chicago's backyard. And he never left. He clearly loved Chicago and the city, and his fans loved him back. I grew up on Chicago's Northwest Side, and I am proud to be among some of the most down-to-earth people, fun-loving, honest, hardest-working people in any city across America. Dean is Chicago. He's hardworking, lighthearted, down-to-earth, brilliant, fun-loving, adorable, and I say that because I had a true story. Dean and I, we were at Paula Dean's restaurant, and I actually witnessed Paula Dean rubbing his head, and he just were so gracious about that. She was multi-talented, humble, very humble, and honest. He gives it to you straight. All definitely attributes of a man we honor here tonight. Dean Richards is the real deal. Very early on in his career, he held a variety of jobs at Chicago stations, including one not too far from here in Aurora, WAUR. Do you remember those call letters, Dean? And let's jump a decade here to the 80s. He also did voiceover work for a station where I got my first start in broadcasting, WTWR, Channel 50 in Chicago. And throughout the 80s, he held managerial roles and morning host jobs in radio. Then came the 90s, and in May of 1999, history was made, because Dean Richards could be heard now on WGN TV. He joined WGN TV as a staff announcer, and soon after added WGN Radio to his resume, and then soon after that started appearing as a regular reviewer on WGN TV. What did I tell you about the hardest working man? At WGN Radio, he has won over 30 national and national awards for programming and production, including the prestigious Peter Lessigor Award for Outstanding Journalism. And on the TV side, we've all seen and continue to watch him with his entertainment reports and reviews on WGN Morning News, WGN Midday News, WGN News at 5, and WGN News at 9. The man doesn't stop working. And that's where he interviews national and local celebrities and reports on showbiz and reviews the latest movies. So let me just simply say, when Dean Richards reviews a film, people listen. He is respected and admired by many. We've also seen on air that fun-loving side to him, a humble side, a forgiving side. Remember those interviews with Selena Gomez and Mel Gibson? You did not deserve that. But I can also tell you that he's as nice off air as he is on air. One of the first few weeks when I first started working as the news anchor for CLTV, I was asked to help out with a not-for-profit in Naperville, and I went right to Dean and I said, can you help me contribute to this movie basket? And of course, without hesitation, he gave me a stack of movies. That made a really nice, wonderful basket and all went to charity. So I was also impressed with Dean because I was new in the newsroom and he genuinely looked at me, smiled at me, and genuinely cared about my response. And that's a rarity in TV news, not a reflection on the people there, but just the way the business is, the time demands and constraints and all. So I really appreciated that. that. And I also remember a time, Well, missed my spot there. So again, he is the real deal. As I said, when Dean reviews a film, people listen. But people also listen when Dean puts his heart out there. He's been a tireless worker related to HIV and AIDS issues and breast cancer, and he's been a champion for countless causes, including his work for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, where he also has been WGN TV's long-term host for the annual marathon. And he has lent support to countless organizations, including Howard Brown Health Center, Horizons Community Center, Gilda's Club after his own health scare, and Open Hand Chicago. Dean has also hosted numerous events for hunger, homelessness, and domestic violence organizations. And he's being honored here tonight not to support his lifetime achievements for being heard all over the radio waves of Chicago and across TV across America, but we honor you, Dean, today for your work that you have done on behind the scenes to make Chicagoland, Naperville, this world a better place. So ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me as we present the NIFF Lifetime Achievement Awards to one and only Mr. Dean Richards.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. Clearly, I should be more exhausted than I am. Wow. Thank you to the Naperville International Film Festival. It was a wonderful honor. I do appreciate it. It was, I get out this way every once in a while, not as much as I'd like, but it was very nostalgic coming back out here tonight because, as Ali mentioned, one of my very first jobs was right here in this area. It was on Eola Road. I did the morning show on WAUR and their sister station, WMRO. And 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure, this was in the 70s. There's nothing out here then. There's nothing. I'm driving through cornfields, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to stay awake to get to my job. So here I am now, all these years later. It's still 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still driving to work. Going to WGN to do the morning news. I appreciate this very, very much. It always seems funny to get a Lifetime Achievement Award. At first I thought it was a clerical error, and then somebody explained it's the award that you get when you have one foot in the grave. So maybe you guys know something that I don't know. But either way, it's very much appreciated. When you're talking about Roger Ebert earlier, I was just reflecting on that here tonight and how much he loved these kinds of festivals and these kinds of events. A couple of years ago, he invited me to go to his Roger Ebert Film Festival in Champaign-Urbana, and where they show exactly the kind of films that you have been seeing here in Naperville this week. These amazing films that are such the heart and soul of the film industry. I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, I love a good Rob Schneider movie that I have to sit through. That's for all of you to say I have the coolest job in the world, that I have to sit through the Rob Schneider movie. But the heart and soul are these fantastic movies that often fall through the cracks, that Roger cared so passionately about, and that you here with this festival care so passionately about. If there is any achievement that I hope that I've done in my time on the air and in writing, is that I've also helped to bring some light of day to some of these great films and some of the amazing work that some of you filmmakers and actors and producers and editors have been producing. I hope as a critic that I'm clearly telling your stories, I'm accurately describing your films, and I hope that even though you may disagree with my review from time to time, at least you think that I've been fair with my reviews. That's what I hope to accomplish in all of this time. So thank you again very, very much, and here's to a great year number 7 for NIFF next year. Thank you so much.